I live in China. I have for about 15 years. Recently on the summer holiday, I checked myself into a hotel here in Guangzhou because I wanted to do some deep work on my next language learning card game. And I've really enjoyed getting out in the streets and just chatting with people at random. I think people can really sense when somebody is on holiday because they're not so rushed, they're not so hurried, they look like they might be open to a conversation, which I am. I'm sure I'm really giving off that vibe. So I've really enjoyed sort of reconnecting with the Chinese people, putting my finger back on the pulse of the Chinese people, and I wanted to tell you some of the top questions that I've been getting on the road. The first thing that comes up is people are shocked when I can speak even a little bit of Chinese to them. So when I go to order food, when I go to buy something from the convenience store, whatever it may be, when I initiate a conversation in Chinese, people freak out. They get really excited and they smile. The Chinese people are so warm and so friendly, and when they know that you know something about their culture and their language, they just light up because that is very uncommon for them, especially if you're not in the downtown of a big cosmopolitan city, if you're in a place where foreigners, rarely frequent. So that's the first thing. The second thing that is very common, people like to ask me is, where do I come from? What country? We'll talk about that a little bit. They like to know what I do in China. And then a question that is a little less commonly asked around here is people want to know if I can speak Cantonese. And I usually just say xiu xiu, which means a little bit in Cantonese. And that brings them to a whole nother level of excitement all over again. My Cantonese is actually very, very poor, very, very basic. I am interested to learn a little bit of Cantonese, but my Mandarin is far better. So I've enjoyed conversations with the room keeping staff. There is a very lovely woman who I've enjoyed practicing with and getting to know. We just had a great conversation just now, as a matter of fact. She is very friendly, very helpful. And all of this just reaffirms my hope and my faith in humanity. I think language learners have a great part to play in the world today. I'll end with a quote from Nelson Mandela. If you can speak to someone in a language they know, you speak to their head. If you can speak to someone in their mother tongue, you speak to their heart. And that's so worth doing.